All right, today is July 19th, 2023. My name is John Kerrigan, and I moderate the BYOB trading room. All right, so good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. Had a slight power outage there. Sorry about that. Thanks for sticking with me. Let's just take a look at the market and some of the other things that are happening. Let's take a look at these right now. Okay, so here's our dollar. Well, it was there. Let's just go to this one right now. Okay, for next week, we have the PMI composite. That's coming out at 9:45 on Monday. And we got FOMC meetings that begin on Tuesday. Consumer confidence at 10 a.m. on Tuesday. And we have an FOMC announcement with a presser at 2:30. So FOMC announcement on Wednesday the 26th coming up at 2 p.m. All right, so we got a big week ahead of us for next week. For this week, it's really a very mild week. Not much left. We got a few economic data coming out today and tomorrow. For this week, we got for today we got housing permits that start at 8:30. And petroleum status at 10:30. Tomorrow, jobless claims, the Philly Fed manufacturing index, and some more home sales data. So that's what we have so far for earnings. For earnings, we've got a big day for earnings today. We got Tesla and Netflix this evening, and Goldman Sachs is this morning, and we got Baker Hughes, Halliburton this morning. And we got NASDAQ this morning. And for this evening, it's going to be a busy evening. Kinder Morgan, Las Vegas Sands, IBM, Netflix, and Tesla. Tesla and Netflix could move the FNGU. So keep an eye on those two right there. And for the dollar index, let's go to intraday. As you can see here, the dollar is moving up. Here's our flagpole down, and we're setting the top of the bear flag right now. So we'll see where they want to stop it for the top of the bear flag. All right, so there's the dollar. There's the earnings. And these are the economic reports that are coming out. 8:30, we got housing starts. And then tomorrow, we got existing home sales. So we'll see what that looks like today and tomorrow. All right, so back to the markets. SPY, daily uptrend on all time frames here on the SPY. As a matter of fact, all four indices and the FNGU, are bullish uptrends on all time frames. So the only thing that could stop it is the rising dollar right now. But other than that, things are looking good for today. For targets for today, I have targets. My pivot for today is 451.35. How did I get the pivot? Drill down to the 10-minute, and I found the common ground from yesterday's price action. Actually, the last 3 days, right here. For the last 3 days, here's the price action, and this would be the common ground that I see. So it's 451.35. What I would like to see is us bull flag above this uptrend line. We'll see what happens today. All right. So far, we're moving up. We could very well move up even higher. First target for today, 455.40. Second target, 456.64. And after that, we're looking at probably 460. I would say 460. And where is the all-time high? All-time high is 479.88. And the top of this is 470. And right up there, 461.76. So we'll put another one in there, 461.76. Right about there. And we'll drill back down to the 10. And here we are. So, as long as the FNGU continues to rise, I think it'll drag the market up with it. So there's the SPY, QQQ. On the daily chart, bullish. QQQ, bullish on all time frames there. So QQQ putting in from yesterday, higher low, higher high. So as long as they keep putting in candles, daily candles with higher lows and higher highs, we're going to be bullish. Unless we see a rollover, but that's what we got right now. So QQQ up here, higher low, higher high. It's still bullish. Now let's go take a look at the diamonds. Here's yesterday's price action. Higher low, higher high. Nice extended candle right up there. So diamonds bullish also. IWM. Here's yesterday's candle right here, the green one. Moving up nicely. Higher low, higher high. So we'll see what the IWM wants to say today. And let's go take a look at the FNGU. FNGU. Here's yesterday's candle. Equal low, higher high. So price is moving up. You can see the bodies of the candles consistently moving higher and higher. Now let's take a look at the T2122. We are in the overbought zone from yesterday. We left off with a higher low. We still have not made the higher high, but it's not much higher we can go. I would expect us to probably bull flag right into this overbought zone today, and probably just hang around up here in the overbought zone. T2123 on the 15-minute. And if we look at that, we've got space between the trend indicator and the price action. So very bullish on the T2123. T2123 3-bar. Still got space between the price action and the 3-bar 17 EMA way back here. So everything looking good for the T2123 and the T2122. Now, if we go take a look at stocks above the 40-day moving average, and you can see us putting in a higher low right here. Here's a low, higher low, still continuing to grind up higher. Like to see us break over 75 and challenge this 86 area. I don't think we've been there in a while. I'm going to back out. Yeah, the last time we were there was in 2020. That would be June of 2020. But we are approaching the highs right here. This high was made on, actually, at the end of the month. In January of 2023. This high was made on 8/11/2022. So this was just before the October low. And then this high came right here at the end of January. That was right after the window dressing came in. So there's T2108. Now we'll head back. Stocks I like. Let's take a look around the market. Let's look at gold. Gold has turned into an uptrend on the daily right here. Keep gold, and silver has turned into an uptrend. So we have uptrends beginning on gold and silver. Still looking for that higher low in silver on the daily chart. Gold, we have the higher low right here, and we've got the higher high. So moving up nicely in gold, we have the higher low and the higher high. Not yet in silver, but silver is kind of extended, so I think it will put in that higher low pretty soon. And you can see here's the lows for silver, and we definitely took out this high. So what else do we like? UNG. Here's UNG having a little pullback right here on the daily chart. And we're starting a trend to the downside. Actually, this is looking more like a bullish flag. And let me pull up my drawing tools. And let's get this one right here. And we'll get the marker. You got a flagpole that goes up and then a pullback right like that. So we're looking for the next move to move up higher. The same way this one went up here, we would expect this one to move up there. Market moves in synchronicity. We would measure off the waffle zone within here and put a measured move out to somewhere around here. All right, so there's UNG. UNG is bullish. That is a bullish flag right there. It is dipping back right now, but that is a bullish flag. So let me erase those. Take this off. So looking for, this would be the next higher low for UNG. Looking for UNG to break over these highs right here and break off the bull flag and create the next higher high on UNG. USO. USO completes the higher low. Pressure will be on to complete the higher high. USO breaking out of the bear flag that it was in. And here would be the flag portion. And the flagpole is going to be this area right here. Here's your flagpole down, and then you can see the bear flag over. So there's USO, and oil's breaking out of the flag right there. Comes back, and notice it does a little check of support right on top of minor support right there. So there's USO. So what are we looking for in the indices? We're looking for a bounce on minor support. If we don't get the bounce on minor support, well, then you know they're going to major support. We're looking for major support to hold and provide a bounce. So far, we're moving up. I'm not saying the pullback is coming today. We may get it today, might come tomorrow, might not come till late next week. But we are bullish. The market's bullish. We're going to remain bullish until the major support is broken. Right now, it keeps bouncing off of minor support and making new highs. That's exactly what we want it to do. So everything is looking good so far. So keep an eye on, well, nat gas, oil stocks, and your gold and silver stocks, your precious metal stocks. Price breakout, not quite yet. It's trying. Let me take this off. I'll go back to UNG so we can look at it one more time. On the daily chart, right here, all right, we've got a flagpole that comes up, and you got that bull flag. That's a bull flag right there. Okay, so we've moved up from there up to there, and now we're looking for a bull flag. And that's what we got right now. Now, let's look at it another way, Devin. All right, let's take the quad lines and move them out. So here's the low, and here's the high right there. We're not quite bullish, because if we were bullish, we would be in the upper 30%, which would be upper 30% would probably be right about there. All the way up to the top. Okay, notice we're not in here. We're down here. But the good news is we're over the midpoint right here. Okay? So the bulls are still in charge so far. Now, if we start closing whole candles down here and start drifting lower, then it's not going to be bullish then. I'm going to have to change my bias. What I really like to see I like to see stocks that hang out in the upper third. I like to see a flag that hangs out in the upper third. All right, now this pullback for this flag all the way back to the midpoint, that's normal sometimes. Okay, I'm still bullish on UNG. We have a falling dollar. That's going to make natural gas and energy more expensive, and it's going to drag UNG up with it. Now, I don't know about demand. I don't think demand has changed that much, but I would think demand is going to stay constant. So for UNG, we're looking for a price breakout over this trend line right there. That's what we're looking for. All right? And we're looking for it to stay above this midpoint. They start closing candles down here, then we could be back to visit the lows again. So that's where we are with UNG. Yep, we're looking for that price breakout. And here's our trend line. We can draw that in right there. So you see we went up and tested it. You can see we tested it here. We tested it here. And we tested it here yesterday. So trying to break through that uptrend right there. Will it happen today? I don't know. The dollar's kind of spiking up a little bit. So we'll see what happens, what the market wants to do. We do have right here, it's the dollar index. You can see we were down here for a couple days. Now we're spiking up to this 100 area. And we very well could come back up here and test the 30% area. And even the midpoint, which would probably be about 101.50. I'd like to see it bear flag down here in the lower 30% of the flagpole. So we'll wait and see what happens. So, any questions this morning? Show for 7/6. 7. Yeah, that date is when I created the scan. All right. When I created the scan, this is the price action for right now. CJ. This is what's going on right now. The checks mean that all the parameters are met on that. Let me see if I can pull one up. So the checks mean that the moving average is over 2 million. The balance of power on the daily is above the 3 EMA. The exponential moving average 3 on the balance of power is on top of the 9 on the 65-minute chart. Means the price is above the 3 EMA on the daily. It means that the 3-period on the 10-minute chart, there is a 3/8 cross to the upside. And the T line is above the VWAP on the 10-minute chart. And then all of those oscillators and money flows, it means that they're moving in the upward direction on the 30-minute time frame. So these are bullish. So we can pull one up. All right, you can see on the daily, this is bullish. We've got a green trend indicator right there. You've got the BOP is moving up. See how the blue line, that's the bigger moving average, is pointed up. And notice the 3, that's the green line, that's the 3 EMA. That would be the shorter moving average. It's going to mirror price more closely. You can see that's on top of the blue line. So it makes it turn green. Okay. And then if we drill down to the 10-minute chart, you can see we have a 3-ace cross here, and you're on top of VWAP. So this meets my criteria to buy it. Okay, right there. And the check mark's telling me that it meets my criteria to buy it. Same with OKE. Of course, this is including pre-market. This isn't quite ready yet, but you can see in the pre-market activity or the post-market, it's trading up over VWAP. That's why this one came on. CSX. Now notice this one crossed right here and is above the VWAP right there. CSX fits my criteria. And on the daily, you can see we're moving up. On CSX, ONB, you know that's going to look good. You can see the green is moving up. Okay, green. Money's coming into the stock. That's what the green tells me. Money's coming in. If it's red, money's coming out. And if I take a look at this on the 10, you can see I got a nice 3-ace 10-minute trend going on right there, and everything's above VWAP. The full list, I can send you the full list if you want the full list, but it's going to be in an Excel file of all my trades. Right there, you can get a screen recorder and record my room, and you'll see every trade pop through as I do it. What would you like? Would you like the Excel file? I can give you the Excel file. Do you want it just for today, the whole month of July? I mean, tell me how I can help you. You want it for just yesterday, this week? Yeah, just the future winners, right. This month, okay? I mean, you're gonna look at it and say, what is this? Because I'll show you what one looks like. All right, I can't see you going through 200-300 trades just to put it all together, but I can share it with you. I will send it to you in a private message. Yeah, yeah. The best way is to be in the room and see what's trading as I trade it. That's the best way. And if you can't be here, record it. That would be the best way. But I do have my trades for 6-1 to 7-1. These are all for June right there. And there's one from January all the way up to the middle of June right there. And I will get you one for July. Yes, the ones at the top left are the most recent. Yes. I think you can go through it, Warrior, but I think you'll waste your time. The best thing to do is to get in the room and ask questions. It'd be easier for you to say, "Hey John, why are you taking that trade?" You would learn a whole lot faster than by looking at an Excel file, which I'll show you what one looks like. Here's this This is the one for June. All my trades. All right. I don't just take. I'm in and out all day long. That's how I make money, like a market maker. And I don't know how you're going to put it together and learn anything off of that. The big thing is to learn. The best thing you can do is, what I think, in my opinion, is to be in the room and ask questions. Why are you taking that trade? Why are you selling there? Why are you buying there? Ask questions, because not only your question also helps everybody else in the room. You know, I can't see anybody getting anything off of this other than if they want to just look at it and call me a liar or something, or, oh, well, no, he's right. He sold all of this stuff, and that's how much he made at the end of the month. That's it. That's all I can capture from this. I surely wouldn't want to go back through and put all of this together, because I don't see how anyone could learn from it, but I will be happy to provide it. Yeah, I just pull this down, and these are the ones that come in and they say, "Hey, John, this might be a good one to look at." So I take a look at it. Oh, nice. I look at it. 10-minute chart, nice uptrend happening. I like 10-minute uptrends over VWAP, and that's what it's telling me. This might do some more of this today. So, and then I look at this one. Another 10-minute that just got going. This one's kind of flat, but it's usually these flat ones like this break out into big moves. Like, they start out flat like that, and then they break out into these right here, especially when the daily BOP is moving up. So you get a daily uptrend, and inside that daily uptrend, you're going to have a whole lot of 10-minute uptrends. You take a daily uptrend like this, you're going to get a whole lot of 10-minute uptrends inside of there. Every day there's a 10-minute uptrend almost. I think almost every day there's a 10-minute uptrend to play inside there. And then you can always leave some to, gap up the next morning. Yes, Warrior, you're not alone. And you were there at the trading plan last night, and I put on the trading plan that I shared I put on there is to manage on the 15. So I enter on the 10 and let those technical 3 EMA cross take me out. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to let your winners run after you get burned so many times. It takes a while to turn it over to the machine and let the machine tell you when to get out. What do I think of Tesla earnings? They're going to do tonight, I think, Devin. Aren't they tonight? Pretty sure they're tonight. Earnings, yeah, they're tonight after close. We'll see. I don't know how well they're going to come in with Tesla earnings, but now is his power program? I mean, he's got those wall batteries where the solar power powers up the battery. Are those included in Tesla, or is that a separate entity? What's my opinion of Tesla? I think it's a great product. Again, you're using energy, which is, it's we do get a lot of solar power here in Florida. We're able to capture a lot of it. I like the stock. I don't know what the multiple is, but I think there's a lot of future if that's what we want to do, is wean ourselves off of carbon producing fuels. And you want me to look at the stock price to see what that means? Absolutely. Okay, Tesla's moving up. It's in a daily uptrend. The BOP is green right here. Everything's looking good. It took a rest right there. As long as they keep putting in these pullbacks to minor support, like a string of stairs. You know what I'm saying when I see a stair stringer? It kind of looks like this. Let me get my marker. A stair stringer looks like this. It goes up like that. But then you put your stair steps in. It's got a cutout like that. As long as that's a stair stringer. And you get two of those boards like that. They're usually like 2x12s. And you cut out these notches to put your steps in on. And then you lean it up against that place the doorway you're trying to get into. As long as it continues to put in these stair steps, like right here is a nice stair step, and then we move up, and then here's a nice stair step, and then we move up. As long as it continues to do that, it can go on like that, for a long time. This right here, if we ever get below this line right there, there's a big fall all the way back to the top of minor support there. So, do I think it's overextended? I can't say. It looks good. I don't know when we've ever moved that far. It moved from 140 to 300 basically inside of 2 or 3 months. That's a really nice move. I've seen some other stocks do that as well. Here's the all-time highs are all the way up here at 400, and we're at 300 now. I would like to see it cool off some and then move up there in the next 6 months. I will not play earnings on Tesla. It's too expensive and it would cost me money. I just won't play it. You can play it if you want to. I would rather see where it shakes out. For me, earnings is nothing but a big gamble, and I'm not against gambling, but I don't have an edge. The whole reason I trade is based on my edge. And Warrior was there last night at the webinar, and I talked about I'm not good at picking tops, and I talked about I'm not good at picking bottoms. And what I am good at is identifying a trend and buying a pullback in that trend. I'm really good at that. I'm really good at picking a stock up right at support, right after confirmation. I'm better at that than I am at picking tops and bottoms or calling tops and bottoms or speculating on earnings. I'm just not good at it. I don't have enough data, and a lot of that corporate data is not released to the public. So, you know, I don't have an edge unless I had Tesla's figures at my fingertips. I just don't have that edge. And then for me to speculate on how others would view those data points is also more speculation. So for me, I like to play a trend. That's what I'm good at, and I stick with that, and that works for me. The bottom picking and the top picking and the earnings calling and is something I got more control over this. What if this gaps against me $100? I mean, you saw what was that last one that just gapped out of range? I think AVGO gapped like a huge amount or spiked up. I think it's spiked up here and then came all the way back. There was somebody recently that just spiked up, and I think it was Nvidia. Nvidia, that was the one. Yeah, like gapped $100 right there. $78, 301, all the way up to 380. I mean, I can't afford to lose that. Yes, I'm still in pins. I can't afford to lose that. That would, I heard somebody, they actually bought the call and they made, I don't know, I think $25,000, $30,000, $60,000. I forget who it was in my room. I'm pretty sure it was VJ, or somebody else, and they made like $60,000. I can't afford to lose $60,000 because it's just like this could gap up. It could also gap down. I can't do that. Now, if it's a call and I got it for $5, and the worst that can happen is it goes to zero, I could live with that. But I just can't live with losing 60 grand. So I don't play earnings because I don't have an edge on that. I stick with what I know, and what I know is my 10-minute trends between these scans and the scans I get on LTA. Okay, between those scans and the 10-minute trend, my strategy, I can make enough money to make me happy. Between these scans, my 10-minute trend, and the scans that come off of my LTA scanner. And for that, maybe I could gamble once or twice on earnings, but I'm just not gonna do it because I don't have an edge. So I stick with what I know. And my 10-minute trend works. And I do it every day right in front of everybody. They all see me do it. It's no different. You take the birthday trade. It's based on the 10-minute trend. You take the thriller trade at the end of the day based on the 10-minute trend. I'm good at that. I'm going to stay with that. I'm good with that. CRM. Salesforce. Okay. My opinion on CRM in a lift up mode. It's going up. See the BLP right here, Alan? See the BLP's rising? Right there? You want to get it up over 25. It came close yesterday or the day before. Yeah, that was like 24, 21. Pretty darn close right there. And it's coming up again today. Yeah, nice move over the base. This could move up This could move from the point of origin. This could move up to 250. I actually think it's got the crosshairs on 250. Just looking at that. Here's the up, there's the rest. This is a 1, 2, 3. 1, igniting move up. 2 is the rest. This is probably an MMRP if you think about it, Alan. Here's your igniting move up. There's your 3 candle rest. 3 candles up, 3 candle rest. And now you're going to have a 3 candle move to the upside. Each one making 3-day move, each one making higher highs and higher lows. Probably. This looks like a MMRP on a 3-day pattern. So if I block these off all the way probably with a target on 250. So if I took these and just blocked them off into groups of 3, here's my igniting move, and it started from down here. And then here's my rest right there. And I just block that off into groups of 3. Right about there. That would be these 3 candles. And then I would look for the next 3 candles are going to make a higher high and a higher low. And, actually, this candle almost did the work of 3 candles right there. Yeah, this would be the waffle zone, and look for a possible measured move up to 250. Salesforce is a powerhouse. I'm not a big fan of them. I actually use their software in my other business, but I'm not a big fan of it. But when you get it dialed in and the right programmers in there, it's a good piece of work. Yeah, I'm still in pins, and Sonny wants to look at MDB. Devin, I just don't play earnings. I know what, if you saw what that person made, that trader in the room made on Nvidia, you would want to play earnings. I get it. But I recognize that can go down just as well as it can go up. So I don't play earnings. And if I do, I'm usually playing it with a hedge, in which case the hedge kind of removes any of the profit that I would have made, or the majority of the profit. So MDB. Yeah, MDB's, yeah, that's a nice day yesterday. That's a wacky day yesterday. You got the BOPs coming down here. It's kind of cooling off. That might come in today. That it might, not necessarily, but just notice you haven't made the higher high, but you haven't made the low yet either. And I mean, if that's the low, that's a good sign. It's in an uptrend, daily uptrend. Let's go look at it on the 2-hour. It's in a 2-hour uptrend. It's in a 1-hour uptrend. It's in a 30-minute uptrend. The 15-minute, it's in a 15-minute pullback. Not quite a trend. There's no trend because there's no like lower high and lower low. So it's just a 15-minute pullback right there. This is bullish. We could get some really good news, and this could just pump again today. There's nothing on this that says short it. You know, you don't have anything underneath VWAP here if you notice that. So this continues to strike bullish. As long as they keep trading it up over VWAP, they're buying. I mean, here's the 10s. Look at the 10-minute BOPs. Have you ever seen so much green? That's accumulation. Money's coming in. So minor support would be this tail right here. It could bounce off that tail and go up, or it may have to come all the way back here. That went up kind of excited. It really needs to cool off. So a bull flag around here would be normal. That's a nice move up from 410 to 434, $20 in a $400 stock. That's a nice move. So it broke through here. Nice move up. All right, I'm going to take a break for 30 minutes. All right.